welcome back and moving on to our second segment for today. And as we mentioned in the beginning, usually this month, actually March, we celebrate on the 8th the Women International Day, and also the 21st of March marks Mother's Day in Egypt. So we always say that this month actually is dedicated to women in general. So over the phone we have Dr. Hanaa Tolba, social development expert. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, doctor. So talking first of all about the role of Egyptian women in many fields now in Egypt, and the role played when it comes to women empowerment. How do you see it so far?
So, first of all, the role of Egyptian women in Egypt have played a fundamental role in shaping the country's history, economy, politics, and social development. Despite challenges, their contributions continue to grow, making them an essential force in Egypt's progress. Because we have we have more than one effective woman, whether historical influence such as Egyptian women have long history of leadership and influence. Like Queen Hatshepsut and Cleopatra ruled Egypt and played vital political roles. And in modern history, women were at the forefront of national movements such as Tolba women's rights activism in the early 20th century and the role in the 2011 revolution. We also have women in education and academia. Egypt has one of the highest female enrollment rates in universities in the Arab world. Women play a key role in education as teachers, professors, and researchers. Female scholars contribute to scientific advancement in many fields, whether in the past or in the modern world. Also, there's the economic contribution, as women are essential to Egypt's economy in various sectors, such as entrepreneurship. Many women own small and medium-sized enterprises, particularly in handcraft, agriculture and technology, corporate sectors, informal economies, because many women work in textile industries and domestic labor, contributing significantly to household incomes. But despite these contributions, wage gap, job discrimination, and limited leadership opportunities remain a challenge up till today in the role of women in Egypt. And we also have women in politics and leadership, as women's political participation has increased, with female ministers holding key government positions, such as Dr. Rania Al-Mashad, the Minister of International Cooperation. Egypt's parliament now has over 25% female representation, which is a record high. Initiatives encourage women to take leadership roles in government, diplomacy, and local governance. And we also have the social and cultural contributions as Egyptian women drive social change through charitable organizations, art, literature, media, family, and community development. So all these are factors of how women are represented in Egypt.
Well, on the other side, how do you see the role of the family in supporting women as well?
Well, so the problem isn't that there is, in Egypt we have a lot of cultures because of the different social classes that we have. So we have some families encourage their, whether their female partners or their female individuals in their family to continue their whether to continue their studies, to work, to have a personality of their own. And we have others that don't support that ideology and believe that a woman's role is in the household and she shouldn't be outside of the household. So because of the different cultures that we have, the support is different from one family to another. So for example, like I said, some families encourage education and personal growth. They support the woman's career aspirations, whether she wants to pursue higher education and specialized training, enter competitive job markets, seek leadership and entrepreneurial opportunities. And some husbands, even and extended families, play a major role in allowing women to to balance work and family responsibilities by being a very active partner in their life in order for the women individuals to be able to continue their dreams or to pursue their dreams in their own work. That is something that we rarely find in Egypt, and also we rarely find in the world, but we rarely find, and it's very hard. But when it's found, it gives the woman the power and the energy and the confidence to continue on going, because she would know that there is a partner or someone that's supporting her in her decision. But we also have some challenging cultural and social norms, like families that promote gender equality at home create a strong foundation for women's empowerment, encouraging daughters to speak up, make decisions, and take leadership roles, prepares them for active participation in society. Also, families can reject harmful traditions such as early marriage and restrictions on women's mobility, allowing for greater independence.
Dr. President al-Sisi actually affirmed the state's commitment to support women, empowering and providing care for every woman. And we have seen many of the initiatives that were dedicated to women. And this is taking place, whether we're talking about the economic level, educational level, health level. Could you tell us more about the importance or the impact of these initiatives on women, and what else do we need to work on?
Okay, so of course, Egypt has played a huge role in supporting women in many sectors, because the Egyptian government has launched several initiatives to promote women's rights, economic empowerment, and leadership in various sectors. With these initiatives mainly aim to improve education, employment, legal rights, and social protection for women across Egypt, especially in the rural areas. So we have the National Strategy for Women's Empowerment 2030, which was launched by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. This strategy mainly focuses on economic empowerment, increasing women's participation in the workforce, the political empowerment, encouraging women's leadership in government and decision-making, social protection, reducing violence against women, and improving healthcare services, legal reforms, which are strengthening laws related to women's rights and gender equality. And then we have the economic empowerment initiatives, which is basically focuses on Tahya Masr, which is Tahya Masr Fund, which is supports female entrepreneurs and small businesses. We also have Women's Economic Empowerment Program by the National Council for Women, which trains women in digital skills, entrepreneurship, and financial independence. Then we have the Social Protection Rural Women Support, which was represented in Hayat Karima. Its aim is to improve healthcare, education, and infrastructure in rural areas, benefiting millions of women, and also provide financial support for widows, single mothers, and unemployed women. And then we have the Takaful and Karama program, which offers cash assistance to poor families, prioritizing female-headed households. We also have the Women's Health Initiative, which is 100 Million Healthy Lives campaign. And this campaign mainly focuses on providing free medical checkups and treatment for breast cancer, diabetes, and heart disease among women. Also, maternal and child health programs offer prenatal care, family planning, and nutritional support for pregnant women. Also, Egypt has worked on women's safety and legal rights by the National Strategy to Combat Violence Against Women, which strengthens laws against domestic violence, harassment, and human trafficking, and that establishes women's support centers and shelters. And there are recently, and through the past few years, there are tougher harassment laws that were released, which increase penalties for sexual harassment and gender-based violence. And then we have the political empowerment and leadership supports, which increase women's representation in government. Now, women in Egypt hold more than 25% of parliamentary seats, with several women serve as ministers in key positions, such as social solidarity, international cooperation, and planning. And there are also as we have seen as of late, women also hold key positions in the police department, which was something that is very great that we have never seen before. but we have
Doctor,
seen
how
this
do you
year.
see the role of the civil society and the NGOs in this respect so far?
Can you please repeat this question?
Talking about the civil society and their support in this respect, because usually we say the government alone can never achieve everything.
Yes, of course. So, as much as Egypt as a country holds an important role in supporting women, the civil society and the NGOs play a supporting role to the government's role in supporting women, as it promotes women's rights and legal advocacy through the Egyptian Center for Women's Rights, which advocates for stronger laws against sexual harassment, domestic violence, and gender discrimination, which provides legal aid services to women facing legal challenges. We have the Nazra for Feminist Studies, which focuses mainly on women's political participation and leadership, and supports victims of gender-based violence through psychological and legal support. And also the National Council for Women, which works with the NGOs to implement women's empowerment programs in various sectors. And then we have the economic empowerment and job training, which was seen through the Association for the Development and Enhancement of Women, which mainly provides microfinancial loans and entrepreneurship training for female-headed households. With this helps women start small businesses in agriculture, handcraft, and trade. Then we have the Care Egypt, which focuses on economic independence for rural women by offering training also in the same skills, which is agriculture, sewing, and digital skills. It runs savings and loan programs to support women's financial independence. And there's also the Education and Skill Development for Women, which Educate Me Foundation provides vocational training and financial literacy for young women and encourages girls' education in rural areas. Girl Rising Egypt, which runs awareness campaigns to reduce school dropout rates among girls.
Right.
And encourages families to prioritize education for daughters. And
Dr. Hanaa Tolba, social development expert, thank you very much for joining us. And with this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.